This commentator will call you on it. I'm going to hold you accountable if nobody else will. And that means you, Gilbert Arenas. I have to get this off my chest and out of my craw where it is stuck. First up, I have to talk about LeBron James and Gilbert Arenas and me. What?
Man. So on today's video, we got to call out Skip Bayless again, man, because all of a sudden he has smoke for Gilbert Arenas. And I got to throw that direction to Jason Whitlock because that's somebody in Skip's world, right? You know, they both got the same credentials pretty much. Skip Bayless been doing it a little bit longer than Jason Whitlock, of course. But at the end of the day, Skip now has his own platform, his podcast. That's what he does full time. We all know Jason Whitlock has been on his podcast, Fearless, and that's what he does full time. Jason Whitlock has recently called out Skip Bayless about a month or so ago. I can't remember the time frame, but he has been calling out Skip Bayless for smearing LeBron James, saying that Skip is the reason why the LeBron James hate started.
They allowed an old man, desperate for money, to build a career attacking LeBron James relentlessly. And that changed LeBron James. You can say I'm being too sympathetic, but I'm telling you, no one really had a problem with LeBron James his first 5, 6, 7 years in the NBA. It wasn't until he was like, hey, I'm getting beat up. Everyone's calling me a choke artist. I'm blah, blah, blah. I hate Dan Gilbert now because, you know, I got to get out of here and I got to take my talents to South Beach. And we were like, oh, LeBron's cutting corners. Would he have cut a corner if he had been left alone? If he had been treated somewhat fairly, if he had been treated the way Michael Jordan had been treated. And so when Kendrick Perkins says, put an address on it, he's most likely, or I've just helped him understand, that's the address. It's Skip Bayless. When Ryan Clark says or insinuates, hey, what LeBron James has faced is unprecedented, he's right. His instincts are right. No one has faced what LeBron faced as it related to Skip Bayless. How would you react? How would anybody react? You get defensive. Now, I'm not saying LeBron has not reached the right conclusion, but I understand how he got there. And we all need to deal with that and accept that and offer LeBron a tiny bit of sympathy, and we need to correct this. People have a lot of animus towards Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless, having his reputation eventually completely destroyed by Shannon Sharpe, it's actually well-deserved. Because how Skip Bayless got here in the 50, 60, 70, 80 million dollars he made from pimping LeBron James, Skip Bayless deserves a crash landing, and he got it.
So Skip Bayless ignores Jason Whitlock, but all of a sudden he wants to take his direction to Gilbert Arenas.
Willing to appear on his show if that's what he wanted. Nothing back. So here I go. After LeBron passed 50,000 points, I posted a video applauding LeBron for his astonishing longevity. Gilbert responded on his show by saying, if I just opened my eyes, I would have seen LeBron's greatness from day one. Now, I also saw a clip of Gilbert saying, if I dared to criticize Michael Jordan back in the day, I would have lost my job. Huh? And in the same clip, Gilbert said, I was one of those writers who didn't really love basketball, but just wrote and talked about the NBA to make money. Huh? I'm sorry, I am not going to sit still for any of that utterly uninformed slander. You know, I guess in this digital universe we all live in now, this lawless, wild, wild west known as the internet, that any commentator can get away with saying any old thing, any old day, but this commentator will call you on it. I'm going to hold you accountable if nobody else will, and that means you, Gilbert Arenas.
So Skip Bayless called out Gilbert Arenas. Gilbert Arenas responded on Gil's Arena, and this is what Gilbert Arenas had to say. Let's check out the clip right here.
What is your response to Skip Bayless?
I guess you don't know me. One, you can't use a teleprompter against me, right? I can spot that from a mile away. Two is when you want to talk facts against someone like me, you use all the facts, not what you want to pinpoint, right? So when you want to pinpoint something to make a point, that is hard to do when we talk about all of basketball. I will respond soon, and I'm going to tell you it's not going to be pretty. Yeah. You're in my world now.
Don't you worry. That man is he's in my playing field. And I think someone said, where are you? You said, do not duck Skip. Bravo. Unfortunately, see, I've studied Skip so much. When he called for a debate, like when you call for a debate, I'm like, a debate? Oh, so this is just not having a conversation about sports. It's a debate, right? You want to debate somebody versus somebody. Well, unfortunately about that is an unfair advantage, sir. I know you don't know much about me, but I'm very tactical in the things I do. So because I didn't know exactly what the topics were in this debate, you had the advantage to really barbecue me because you have the information that you want to talk about. I'm just responding. Well, unfortunately, I'm too smart for some shit like that. So I knew at some point you, Skip, what makes you great will pop. Now, the problem now is you done showed me your hand. Now I'm coming.
Gilbert Arenas sending Skip Bayless a strong warning. And in my opinion, I feel like the only reason why Skip Bayless is trying to call out Gilbert Arenas' platform is because he saw the Stephen A. Smith interview. He saw Stephen A. Smith go on Gil's Arena. He's seen the numbers over there, right? And now he's like, oh, I need to get some of this because now I'm in this independent space. And look how big that this interview is. Like, he's seeing the clips everywhere. He just had Stephen A. Smith on his show, but nobody's not talking about that. And nobody was sitting here clip farming Skip Bayless stuff or what him and Stephen A. Smith was talking about. It was just not talked about. Nobody's even talking about it. Everybody's still talking about the Gil's Arena show with Stephen A. Smith, though. And so now Skip Bayless sees that engagement. He's like, yo, I got to respond to Gilbert Arenas. But the reason why I made this video is like, nah, you need to respond to Jason Whitlock. So you would think with what Jason Whitlock had recently said about Skip Bayless, that Skip would take that as a perfect opportunity to respond to him. Jason Whitlock is somebody who had worked at ESPN. He also worked at Fox Sports. And also they both share a journalistic background. So you would think that that would cause for a better debate, especially now that Jason Whitlock has been calling out Skip Bayless for being the reason why LeBron James faces a lot of slander. But no, Skip Bayless skipped over Jason Whitlock, and now he's trying to go at Gilbert Arenas for clout and attention. I would like for you guys to get in the comment section down below. I would love to hear your thoughts about today's video. Don't forget to hit that like button if you made it this far in the video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. Catch you guys on the next one, and we out, guys. Peace.